Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, friends. I'm Sofianis Fitriana. You can call me Sophie. And I'm as the second presenter in Stories of Politeness Season 1. Okay, I'll start. The essence of communication is indeed more reflected in a matter relating to social interaction. In this case, interaction is more accurate as something that has a relationship between communicant and communicator. Every interaction that people do usually got the impact from their culture and behavior. So, when we do the interaction with them, we will think how to show our politeness to our listener or partner. To show it, we usually adapt it from their culture and behavior. And Miss Lily said before, pragmatic is the one of the study that talks about it, especially in the politeness and interaction, in order to avoid the cultural misunderstandings which will lead to communication failure. People should tolerate by a certain courtesy criteria. In another hand, I will take it more in this side because when we learn to get sense of interaction, we will examine about politeness and interaction. Okay, politeness in principle and politeness focus on 2 points. They are ambivalence and politeness and then pragmatic principles. Okay, based on Leach 1980, 1977 and 1983 as crucial in explaining why people are often so indirect in conveying indirect mean. There are 2 points before ambivalence and politeness and then pragmatic principle. For the first one, it's about ambivalence and politeness. Ambivalence has the meaning of unconscious, contradictory feelings toward the same or against people at the same time. It is difficult to be polite words that are in essence likely to cause offense to the listener. This is certainly true when we deal with purely surface level grammar coding for courtesy. However, using ambivalent speech, which has more than one potential pragmatic power, possible to convey a message that must be heard by the listener unpleasant without causing undue infringement. It's when that it is a symptom that can avoid every relationship in society. It means that there has never been likes 100% to like or 100% to dislike. For example, even though someone is in falling love, but if he is still aware, surely he will admit that there are certain things that are not liked by the someone. In other example, a child asks for money from his mother, but he saw the mother put the money in her wallet and say, "No money." It means that the child will have perception that there is no money, mean that there is money. Why? Mother doesn't say that there is indeed money but by a rise. It usually happens in our environment, in our society. If the children ask money for his mother or her mother, the mother will be say no money girls, no money son, and etc. It means that to buy something, to buy a snack, or to buy a food will have a limit. So sometime, not sometime, Usually, the mother always say no money, no money, but the children understand about there is a money because he show the mother put the money in her wallet. Okay, the next is about pragmatic principle. Based on knowledge, introduce the politeness principle, which runs as follows: minimize all things being equal the expression of impolite beliefs, maximize all things being equal the expression of polite beliefs. Look, there is no polite way of putting this. For example, your husband and I are lovers and he is leaving you for me. This is uh, the example mean that there is a good deal of evidence that people do respond consciously to consideration of politeness. For instance, people will often explicitly mark the fact that they cannot or do not intend to observe politeness norms. Based on List 1983 in a chapter 6 introduced a number of maxims which he claims stand in the same relationship to the principle of politeness as Christ's maxim. For example, include of quality, quantity, relation, and manner. There are two things that very related each other. They are sense and force in human conversation. Okay, now Maxim is the language principle in lingual interaction. The rules governing his actions, the use of his language, and his interpretation of the actions and speech of the interlocutor. There are many principles of politeness. They are, for the first, the tact maxim, the generosity maxim, appropriation maxim, modesty maxim, the agreement maxim, and the last is the sympathy maxim. And the next session will be explained about the Pollyanna principle. And now, the first is about the tact maxim. The goal is minimize the expression of beliefs which imply cost to others, maximize the expression of beliefs which imply benefit to others. There are many aspects from the tag maxim. They are related to pragmatic size of imposition. We can use minimizers to reduce the implied cost to the hearer, and then mitigating the effect of a request by offering optionally, and then the cost or benefit scale. If something is perceived as being to the hearer's benefit, it can expressed politely without implying indirectness. For example, okay, for the tag maxim, it's meant that the speech should hold to principle of always reducing their own profits and maximizing the profits of other in speaking activities, minimize losses to other, maximize profits for other, like that. For example, the conversation between mother and son. Mother said that, please eat first, son. We were done to eating. Son answered, wah, I feel awkward, ma'am. According to this maxim, politeness in speaking can be done if the maxim of wisdom is carried out. For the second one is about the generosity maxim. The goal is minimize the expression of benefit to self, which imply cost to other, and maximize the expression of cost to self. There are two aspects. As Leach indicates, language cultures vary in the degree to which you are expected to apply this maxim. And then Leach also points out that some cultures attach much more importance to the generosity maxim than to others. With this maxim, participants in speech are expected to respect others. Respect for others will occur if people can reduce profits for themselves and maximize profits for other parties. For example, the conversation between boarding girl A and boarding girl B. Boarding girl A said that let me wash your dirty clothes. I don't have much dirty clothes. And then boarding girl B answered that no need, miss. Later I will wash too in the afternoon. From these utterances, it can be clearly seen that girl E is trying to maximize the profits of others by adding burdens to himself. This was done by offering help towards the dirty clothes. The next is about approbation maxim. The goal is minimize the expression of beliefs which express this praise. And I'm sorry, this is a typo. It should be maximize, not minimize. Maximize the expression of beliefs which express approval of others. The aspect is the operation of this maxim is fairly obvious. All things being equal, we prefer to praise others, and if we cannot do so, to sidestep the issue to give some sort of minimal response, like well or remain just silent. For generosity maxim, for approbation maxim, explain that someone will be considered polite if in speech always try to give appreciation to other parties. With this maxim, it is hoped that the participants of the speech will not mock one another or each other or demand each other. Speech participants who often mock other speech participants in speaking activities will be said to be rude. It is said so because the act of mocking is an act of disrespect for others. For example, lecturer A and then lecturer B. It happened the conversation. Lecturer A said, "Sir, I already started my first lecture for business English class." And then lecturer B answered, "Anyway, I heard your English was very good." Notification given by lecturer A to his fellow lecturers in the example above was responded to very well, even accompanied by praise from lecturer B. Okay. For the next is the modesty maxim. The goal is to minimize expression of praise of self and maximize the expression of dispraise of self. The aspect is the modesty maxim is more powerful than it is as a rule in English-speaking societies, where it would be customarily more polite to accept a compliment by thanking the speaker. The modesty maxim explained that the speech participant is expected to be humble by reducing praise to himself. People will be said to be arrogant and proud if in speaking activities always praise and favor themselves. For example, Mother A and Mother B. Mother A said that later you will give a speech at that event, right? And then the Mother B answered, "Wow, I'll be nervous." In this example above, Miss P didn't answer with, "Oh, of course, indeed that is my strength." No, Mrs. P reduces praise to herself by saying, "Wow, I'll be nervous," or "Gosh, I'll be nervous," like that. For the next is about the agreement maxim. The goal is to minimize the expression of disagreement between self and other, and then maximize the expression of agreement between self and other. The aspect is, as though with all the other maxims, the usual caveats apply concerning the need to take account of the relationship between speaker and hearer, and of the nature of interaction which are they involved. This maxim, it's hoped that speech participants can foster compatibility or consensus in speaking activities. If there is agreement or compatibility between the speaker and the speech partner in the speaking activity, one of them can be said to be polite. For example, teacher A and teacher B. Teacher A said that the room is dark, mom. And then teacher B answered that, hey, what's the switch? For example, both there is a matching perception between teacher A and teacher B that the room is dark. Teacher B affirms teacher A's statement that the room is dark and then looks for a switch that provides a member who needs to turn on the lights so the room becomes bright. The next is about the sympathy maxim. The sympathy maxim, the goal is the speaker minimize antipathy or correspondingly maximize sympathy between herself and the listener. This maxim is expressed by assertive utterances. In the maxim of sympathy, it is expected that the speech participant can maximize the attitude of sympathy between one party with another party. If the interlocutor gets success or happiness, the speaker is obliged to give his congratulations. If the interlocutor gets in trouble or the speaker is worthy, giving or expresses condolence as a sign of sympathy, an attitude of antipathy towards one of the speech participants will be considered an impolite act. For example, student A and student B. Student A say that I will have a thesis examination next week. And then student B said, wow, congratulations, good luck. Like that. In the example above shows that students B give sympathy or appreciation to the speaker and empathy for students A. Okay, it's about the Pollyanna maxim. Based on Leach's maxim, 1983, Pollyanna was eponymous heroine of Eleanor H. Porter's novel and a plainly sanguine child who always looked on the bright side of life. It described the tendency for people to agree with positive statements describing themselves. Research indicates that at the unconscious level, our minds have a tendency to focus on the optimistic, and then while we in unconscious, sorry, while we are conscious level, we have a tendency to focus on the negative. This unconscious toward the positive is often described as the Pollyanna principle. Not surprisingly, some view this principle as a negative thing. In the short definitions will be this is a Pollyannanism or positive mind. Why like that? Because in interactions has tendency for people to remember a pleasant moment, happy moment, a negative moment more than unpleasant moment. It shows that every people has optimistic to do something in unconscious level, but most of them have a pessimistic or negative thing in conscious level. And for example, in English, we find that good luck means I wish you good luck, whereas bad luck is an expression of commiseration. It doesn't wish the hearer bad luck. We always wanna hear a good luck, not bad luck. So good luck is a positive things, and then the Bad luck is other side. It is a negative thing. Our mind will be focused more in a good luck. We hope someone or people cite a good luck, not bad luck, like that. According to Pollyanna principle, the brain processes information that is pleasing and agreeable in more precise and exact manner as compared to unpleasant information. Okay, for the next is about problem with Leach's approach. There are many measures of Leach's approach to blindness. For the first is there is no appears to be no motivated way of restricting the number of maxims, and to produce a new maxim to explain everything perceived regularly in language. Okay. Uh, well, the concluding is politeness is generally related to the relationship between participants, which can be referred to as oneself and others. The courtesy model includes of like will be explained after this. It's about phase ones, negative and positive phases, negative and positive politeness, and strategies of politeness, like that. And then there are many the principle of politeness like attack maxim, generosity maxim, approbation maxim, modesty maxim, agreement maxim, and then the sympathy maxim. And then there are Pollyanna principle, the principle that focus more in positive side, not negative side, like that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Uh, that's all from me. I hope it will be useful for you. And then let's say keep healthy, stay at home, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.